Some more Norwegian horror for you today. Alright everybody, maybe it's not really that hardcore of a horror film, but it came out last year in Norway. The film's called Thale. I don't know if some of you guys have seen it. Probably some of you already have, but it's Thale. And the story basically revolves around these two crime scene cleanup guys, and as they're cleaning up this crime scene, they discover this girl being held captive there, and it's sort of like this woodland cabin area. They discover the girl, and she turns out to be a Huldra. Not that they explained it really in the movie, but I looked it up online. Yeah, Huldra, I guess it's some sort of Norwegian folklore or something like that. Basically like a woodland elf type creature. Whatever, she's basically like a pretty girl. These guys discover her, and as the course of the story goes on, you find out more about their relationship, and they find out more about the girl, the creature being held captive there. She looks like a regular girl, at least at the beginning of the movie. I don't want to go into too many spoilers, but the best part of the story is the story of the Huldra. Everything else of the story really didn't work too good. The relationship between the two guys, perhaps it was lost in translation. I watched it with subtitles, but their relationship seemed a little awkward, forced. I know it was supposed to be awkward, but it did seem a little bit forced, and I really just didn't give a shit. The only part that really worked was the story of them actually finding the girl. The part between the two main characters didn't really work. The story behind the girl is a little more interesting, and as we find out what she is, and things come to a climax. That was okay, but the relationship between them two really breaks down. And towards the end, there's some really bad CGI, which I felt kind of, they would have been better, using puppets or something. But they probably, to save money, they just used some bad CGI, which, unfortunately is bad. And overall, the story just never really pops too much off the screen. It's okay. Like I said, perhaps some of it was lost in translation. If you speak Norwegian, let me know down below. Maybe I did lose some of it in translation. I'm only going to give it 2.5 out of 5. I think it's a little bit below average. Definitely you can skip it. The story is cool, but the execution is poor. There's some recordings that they go through. That part was kind of cool, but overall, it's just the relationship between the two guys and the girl, what you find out about her really isn't enough, and there's no real payoff at the end. So yeah, 2.5 out of 5, Thale. I think you can skip it if you want to. I've seen better Norwegian films, definitely.